So I'm gonna start my Australia series, loading up my videos from Sydney, the Outback, so Alice Springs, and Uluru, and the Great Barrier Reef area, so Queensland, which is Cairns, and Port Douglas. I already put up the Great Barrier Reef, and I put up Brisbane because Brisbane, it was 20 hours. I had a lot of videos from there too, but it was a lot easier to compile those just because it was like a short trip, shorter duration. The other areas I was there for 3 days or 6 days, and so those are a little longer. But anyways, Australia, it's been over a month now since I got back. I still can't believe I went to Australia. That was a bucket list location, and I prepared a lot for it after work for like almost a month. And I researched a lot of books, and I went online and read a lot of blogs. I read a lot of other, websites. It was really fun. And I actually lost like 5 pounds because I was so active. I think every day we walked about 4 to 6 miles, which is a lot for me. I tried different food. I think the most Australian thing that we ate there was the meat pies, which I actually really liked. I love meat and I love carbs. So the meat pies were like the perfect combination. Let's see, Qantas. So the Qantas flight was pretty nice. The seats reclined a lot more than I thought they would, so that was pretty comfortable. The food was really good. I actually enjoyed the food going there and coming back. I was just constantly stuffed. Like, they gave us so much food. The international flights, the food was good. I was able to walk around a bit just because the flight's really long. 15 hours to go there from Los Angeles and about 13 hours to come back. Going there, I was able to sleep a lot. I didn't have a problem, but coming back, it was horrible. I only slept 1 hour, and then I had jet lag for like a week. And then I researched the Qantas flights again after I came back, and I probably shouldn't have, but then yeah, the flights consistently were like $12.50, like all 4 legs. And if you didn't see my previous video for packing for Australia, like we bought our tickets for $1,500. And so to me, it's something that we could have saved on a car rental, because car rental and gas in the Outback was so expensive. Gas is really expensive, and we ended up, we flew to Alice Springs when we could have probably flown to Ayers Rock, but I didn't know that. And anyways, like even up till November, the flight tickets were like $12.50 for the same legs of the trip that I planned. So yeah, if you're interested in going to Australia from LAX, you could do LAX to Sydney, to Alice Springs, to Cairns, to Brisbane, and back to LAX for $12.50 US dollars. Like I said, I paid $1,500, and on Qantas, the domestic flights, you could pick your seats for free, but international, if you want to pick your seat ahead of time, outside of 24 hours right before your flight, then you have to pay $30 for your seat. And we did that going to Australia, but going to Australia, this flight wasn't full. So I wish we didn't do that. My boyfriend and I would have been able to sit next to each other anyway, regardless. But coming back, it was a pretty full flight. I think there was like 1 empty seat, but we didn't pick seats for this one. And luckily we were still able to sit next to each other, but we got the 2 seats in front of the bathroom, and it still wasn't horrible. Like, we weren't like the last row or anything. It was still kind of in the middle of the economy section. I guess we lucked out. Domestic flights, even if our flight was 2 to 3 hours, we got food, like hot food, and it was free. So it was like the United States a long time ago, so I really enjoyed that. We got meat pie on one of our flights. We got a cookie in one of our flights, but they're not like the Biscoffs that Delta gives you. They're like these ginormous cookies the size of my head, and it's like quinoa filling cookie that's nutritious, not like just all sugar. I was appreciative of that. I actually kept my cookie and ate it in one of our long hikes or whatever. I took protein bars, but you get sick of them after a while. Had a good trip, and I would recommend Australia to anyone who wants to go. We're on the plane, ready to go.
Our best to make it a very safe
So we took a taxi instead of the Uber because the taxi was like $75. However, leaving Sydney Airport at 7 a.m. in the morning, there was just so much traffic. By the time we got to Roseville, it ended up being over $100. So if you're landing early and you have to get out of the airport, I guess I recommend Uber.
No, so you guys are going here now. And then when you walk across the bridge, you'll be in this area.
Wow, it's like double-decker-ish.
Stand clear.
First meal in Sydney, chicken laksa, Hainanese chicken. Can't wait to eat it. Good?
Tasty.
Blood orange. Pigeons here make the weirdest noise. Sydney Opera House. And the Sydney Botanical Garden. Really nice. Really cool. We got a sandwich and coffee. We tried the sandwich. Just bacon and scrambled eggs. Good? Oh, hollandaise sauce, they put it in there. Oh, cool. And the coffee is actually really good. I'm not a coffee drinker, but this is really good. So this was like $9.50 together, which in Australia, which is cheaper in the US, you know, US dollars.
$7.
$7. And you know, they don't just serve like regular coffee, it's espresso. So when I was ordering, she's like, what kind of coffee do you want? And a line was forming behind us, and she looked so stressed out because I was like, huh? And she's like, what do you usually drink? And I was like, oh, a latte? And she's like, do you want sugar? And I was like, yes. And she's just staring at me. And it's like, how many do you want? So I was like, one. I just said whatever. It was kind of stressful actually for me too. But this is really good. We got some chocolate covered fruits, pineapple, nectarine, and mango. Never seen these. I've seen banana a lot, but not this. Interesting. We're in Hyde Park. So many parks here, and they're really nice. It's the tower. Walking over to do our free bus tour today. It's like way better weather than yesterday. It's not overcast, it's only partly cloudy. You finally see blue sky, so it's really nice. These birds are everywhere. Ooh, that one caught a worm.
The safety stuff. For obvious reasons, we are not allowed. Hold on. We are not allowed to drink on the bus.
I'm at Gap Park. Such a great view. So it's really beautiful. A lot of nice homes here. They're ginormous. Can't really see the homes, but they were big and nice. It's whale watching season, so hopefully we can see some whales or wildlife. Oops. We're at Surfish. We just got barramundi. I want to try this because it's the Australian fish. I got it grilled. Then we also got fish and chips. Bondi Beach. Really windy. We're gonna start the walk going this way towards Coogee. It's beautiful. Ooh. Done with the walk, Coogee Bay. Our second breakfast, we got a prosciutto and tomato toastie, and the toastie is like a sandwich. And then we got a small coffee. This thing's $3.50, so I got a latte and put 1 sugar in it, just like yesterday. Very plain, just meat, bread, and tomato.
Yeah, don't they would put butter at least on it something.
Bridge stairs. Sydney Harbor is so busy. So many boats. This reminds me of Finding Nemo. So ending the bridge walk. Here's Here's the view from the other side. It's really sunny. Started this walk around 9 a.m. So yeah, it's a train. The view from this side.
Oh wait. The only way to walk across to the observatories is down Argyle Street. I guess we can walk this way and then come back. Go that way and come back. Just make a loop.
We're at Cumberland Street in the rocks, and we just came down from there. Bridge stairs. You can barely see it, but it says bridge stairs. That's where we came out of, or you could start from there. And then we're gonna tour the rocks. Just walk around and make our way to the observatory. You know, there are points along Sydney where you could do like your own walking tour. You could download an app, and I think it's like pre-recorded messages that you could turn on when you get to the points, but didn't do it. This is an interesting area. I think it had an old house or something here. It's kind of like ruins, but you kind of made into a nice little area you could check out. The soldier. The settlers. First impressions. This is a convict. Which way? This way? Very cute. Very cute. We're under, what is it, Cumberland Street up here? I think. Came down. This is the Argyle cut. This is what the convicts cut. In the stone. Amazing. Walking over to the observatory. I'm trying this out. Already opened it. It's like freeze-dried ice cream.
Yeah.
I like it because it's like airy and light. It's like almost like Butterfinger looking, but inside is not as sweet. Just grabbing a quick lunch. This is Japanese Wagyu beef from Australia. This is Tasmanian salmon, and we only got it because it's Tasmanian. Sydney, Chinatown. There's a line for these Emperor's pups. 35 cents each. So we're only going to get 2. These look like the Korean walnut filled thingies.
맛있게 진짜.
Let me see. Is it good? Yummy? Do you wish you got more?
Yeah.
This is Emperor's Cup. Pork bun. What is this called?
This is char siu bao.
Char siu bao? Oh, it's a bao. Okay.
Should we toast it up?
Curry hash brown.
Should we toast it up? It's cold.
Aww. This is supposed to be curry, but it tastes nothing like curry. Regardless, it's really good.